Vietnam's 9-month economic growth lowest in 10 years. Central Bank further cuts benchmark interest rates to aid economy. Forest fisheries, how Cà Mau adapts to climate change. Taiwan's cost-effective and automatic footwear machinery, footwear makers' strongest ally in the pandemic. Vietnam gears up for SEA Games 31, ASEAN Para Games 11. Hello and welcome to FBNC News. This is Ying. According to data of the General Statistics Office or GSO said on Tuesday, the gross domestic products or GDP of Vietnam grew 2.12% in the first 9 months of this year, the lowest 9-month growth rate in the 2011-2020 period.
GSO General Director Nguyễn Thị Hương said at a press conference in Hanoi that the GDP growth was dragged down by the deeply felt impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, she said amid the COVID-19 pandemic's serious impact on every socio-economic aspect of the countries around the world, it was still a big success for Vietnam in the pandemic fight and economic recovery and development. Ms. Hương attributed the positive results to the government's swift response to the resurgence of the pandemic by implementing bold measures to contain it. To date, all coronavirus outbreaks in localities have been brought under control, and the government has been working towards a dual goal of pandemic prevention and economic recovery. Between January and September, the agroforestry fishery sector increased 1.84%, industry construction 3.08%, and services 1.37%. They respectively contributed 13.6%, 58.5%, and 28% to the overall growth. The official said in the third quarter alone, GDP rose 2.62% compared to the same period last year, also the slowest quarter-3 growth pace since 2011.
GDP growth of 6.5 to 7% being in the group of highest economic growth in the world. Per capita income target $5,000 in the next 5 years are the goals set at the meeting between the Ministry of Planning and Investment and the delegations of the National Assembly on September 29th in Hanoi. Deputy Minister of Planning and Investment Trần Quốc Phương said at the meeting Tuesday that in the next 5 years, the country should focus investment on key sectors and projects of national importance, especially in infrastructure, transportation, energy, digital transformation, science and technology development and innovation.
By 2025, Vietnam is expected to complete major projects such as the entire North-South Expressway and the first phase of Long Thanh International Airport in the southern province of Đồng Nai, which is expected to help reduce current overload on the Tân Sơn Nhất Airport in Ho Chi Minh cities. In major cities, the ministry wants investments focused on speeding up urban railway projects in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh cities, ring roads and waste treatment projects. Besides, it is necessary to focus on digital economy projects, digital transformations, science and technology development, innovations. Vietnam needs to put priorities on training high-quality human resources, ensuring water securities, responding to climate change, the projects to create great spillovers to improve the competitiveness of the economies, ensuring the harmonious development among regions.
The State Bank of Vietnam, or SBV, on September 30th announced its decision to lower the benchmark interest rate as part of efforts to support the national economy amid difficulties posed by the COVID-19 pandemic.
From October 1st, the refinancing interest rates will be cut to 4% per annum from 4.5%, while the rediscount interest rate will go down to 2.5% from 3%. The overnight electronic interbank rate and rate of loans to offset capital shortage in clearance between the SBV and credit institutions will be lowered to 5% per annum from 5.5%. Regarding the maximum interest rate for deposits in Vietnam Đồng by organizations and individuals at credit institutions and foreign bank branches, the SBV stipulates that the maximum interest rate applicable to demand deposit and those of less than 1 month is 0.2% per annum. Notably, loans to borrowers in a number of regulated fields and economic sectors have been cut to 4.5% per annum from 5%. The maximum short-term lending interest rate in VND at People's Credit Funds and microfinance organizations for these capital needs is now down from 6% per annum to 5.5%. According to the central bank, since early this year, it has synchronously operated monetary policy tools to control inflation, stabilize the macroeconomy and monetary market, and reduce the market's interest rate to support economic recovery amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
Only 44,000 foreign visitors arrived in Vietnam during the third quarter of this year, equivalent to just 1% of the figure in the same period last year, the General Statistics Office, or GSO, reported on September 29.
COVID-19 prevention measures and international travel restrictions are behind the declines. Those arriving in Vietnam in the period were mainly foreign experts and technical workers at projects around the country. Arrivals from Asia accounted for 73.1% of the total international arrivals in the first 9 months of the year, but were down nearly 73% year-on-year, with Cambodia the only exception with a rise of nearly 12%. Meanwhile, the number of European visitors fell over 58% year-on-year. According to the UN World Tourism Organization, domestic tourism will recover faster than international tourism, making it easier for countries to promote post-pandemic socio-economic recovery. It recommends that countries focus on marketing strategies and enhance financial support to recover their tourism markets as early as possible.
Vietnam is willing to welcome investment from Japanese IT enterprises, Deputy Minister of Information and Communications Phạm Anh Tuấn told on an online conference on September 30th.
Held to promote Japanese investments in the central cities of Da Nang, the conference attracted the participations of about 200 investors in IT businesses from Japan. In his remark, Tuấn said the Vietnamese government has been completing its model, mechanisms and policies for the breakthrough development of concentrated IT and high-tech areas in Vietnam's major economic hubs. Da Nang is emerging as the Silicon Valley of Southeast Asia, with local authorities working to build its digital ecosystems and prioritizing its FDI projects in the high-tech sector, he added. Vietnam is switching to the so-called Make in Vietnam movement, while boosting the formations of joint ventures and attracting foreign conglomerates, especially those producing smart equipment using the Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, AI, and big data technologies, amongst others. The country has already released a national program for digital transitions by 2030 to create a digital space that covers activities in health, education, finance, agriculture, transport, and a cooperative environment that accepts foreign investors in Vietnam. A Japanese representative at the conference said Japan is Vietnam's second largest foreign investor, pouring over $60 billion into some 4,200 projects, including more than 700 in IT and communications. As of September, Japan led in foreign investment in Da Nang with 214 projects and more than $816 million, mostly in industrial productions and services. Japan possesses strength in capitals, high-quality human resources, and advanced IT, so boosting its IT investment in Da Nang would bring benefit to both.
As climate change is getting increasingly severe, more issues and challenges have taken its toll to the livelihoods of people living in the Mekong Delta and Cà Mau province particularly. To rectify this situation, the local government has invented a fishery model under the mangrove canopy. Please follow this short report to learn more about this model.
The authorities of Cà Mau has implemented and expanded the model of cultivating fisheries under the forest canopy throughout the province. This effort has both effectively increased the income for local people and become a prime example of a model that is climate change resistant.
On Tuesday, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc raised a series of issues regarding how much land should be allocated for macadamia plantations and whether the trees should be cultivated as a sustainable way to reduce poverty at a conference held in Buôn Ma Thuột City in the Central Highlands province of Đắk Lắk.
Mr. Phúc asked if macadamia could become the tree that alleviates poverty in the Northwest, the Central Highlands, and some other specialized agencies to advise his farmers to be cautious because this is a perennial tree. If planted 5 to 6 hectares, macadamia will be the main forest tree and positioned to become a new commodity worth billions of dollars.
Taiwan is one of the world's leaders in providing innovative solutions in footwear machinery. Taiwan's footwear machinery industry has integrated advanced manufacturing techniques with innovative information and communication technology to provide total solutions for footwear makers. Recently, the Taiwan External Trade Development Council, or TAITRA, has organized an online seminar event for global footwear manufacturers to find out the most effective production trends.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chen Hao. Taiwan External Trade Development Council, TAITRA, helps promote Taiwan industries through marketing, exhibitions, and trade missions. With 63 offices worldwide, we are Taiwan's foremost nonprofit trade organization. Today, TAITRA has brought together 5 companies in shoemaking machinery. In terms of global export performance on shoemaking machinery, Taiwan ranks 3rd in the world, second only to China and Italy. Taiwan-made machines are mainly sold to Vietnam, China, the US, Japan, and Indonesia.
The footwear industry has suffered from a complicated and shifting landscape under the COVID-19 pandemic, yet opportunities still exist if footwear makers could become more competitive. Being aware that cost-effective and automatic footwear machinery is a major trend in the footwear industry, TAITRA has shared its experiences with the global business community. TAITRA also shared recent achievements during the Taiwan Smart Manufacturing webinar, building a speed factory to produce footwear in the most efficient way. At the webinar, 5 manufacturers including Chen Fu, Tin Kang, Yehon, King Steel, and Sincere Pioneer presented their high-quality products with a primary focus on toe-lasting machines, compression injection casting machines, automatic cutting machines, and injection molding machines. The integration of sensors with IoT and ERP systems has allowed Taiwan to play a crucial role in the global footwear machinery market. With particular advantages in delivery times, flexibility, customization, and R&D capabilities, Taiwan ranks 3rd in the world in global exports of footwear machinery, second only to China and Italy. Machines made in Taiwan are mainly sold to Vietnam, China, the US, Japan, and Indonesia.
The 31st Southeast Asian Games, or SEA Games 31st, is scheduled to be held on November 21st to December 2nd, 2021 in Hanoi and 10 nearby localities, according to a press conference in the capital city of September 29th.
Deputy Directors of the General Department of Sport and Physical Training Trần Đức Phấn says major venues for competitions will be Hanoi, Bắc Ninh, Hải Dương, Hải Phòng, Quảng Nam, Hà Nam, Nam Định, Ninh Bình, Hòa Bình, Vĩnh Phúc, and Bắc Giang. The tournaments will feature 40 sports, with 36 already approved by the National Steering Committees for SEA Games 31, including track and field, water sport, gymnastics, rowing, canoeing, kayak, football, shooting, archery, wrestling, judo, taekwondo, karate, wushu, weightlifting, boxing, kickboxing, badminton, fencing, sepak takraw, tennis, volleyball, basketball, cycling, billiard and snookers, golf, Vorvinam, chess, pencak silat, dance sport, diving, among others. About 520 events are expected to be held in the tournament. Hanoi will host competitions of 25 sports. Meanwhile, the 11 ASEAN Para Games will take place in Hanoi from December 17 to 28 this year, with 14 sports and about 400 competitions events.
And that has wrapped up our program for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.